Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to review a brand new lens which is released in 2025. It is a YongNuo 23mm f1.4 DSM-WL Pro. Yes, it is quite a long name, but this is a brand new lens from YongNuo. It is a Pro series lens, or YongNuo call it the Commander series, which is their professional and large aperture lens. So this lens is newly released in 2025, specifically designed for the APS-C camera. So today my lens is a Sony EMA lens, and 23mm, which is just similar to 24mm, is actually equivalent to a 35mm field of view in a full frame camera. So for disclosure, YongNuo actually sent me this lens for review, but I have the complete freedom to say anything about this lens and also to do some tests and comparison against other lenses as well. Let's dive into the unique thing about this brand new lens. What makes this lens pro? First of all, it features excellent autofocus performance. This lens features a digital stepping model, which is short form called DSM. The focus is fast, accurate, smooth, and most importantly, it is silent. And here are some results that I test with this lens. Autofocus speed. So how is the speed actually? I think it is quite fast. This is indeed a pro lens, I guess, huh? And next, it is the large aperture of f1.4. Yes, all of us photographer or videographer will always welcome f1.4 aperture because it can isolate the subject and create a beautiful background blur effect. I'm not gonna lie, but the bokeh is really creamy and pleasing to the eye. Especially right now, I'm only monitoring it through the LCD screen. It does look quite creamy and nice. Wow. With f1.4, it also means that when we are shooting in low light condition, we can achieve clear and fine image quality. Here right now, I'm using f1.4 and my ISO is at 800. So this is essentially a 35mm field of view that you are seeing right now, which I think is quite nice. I have reviewed it constantly before I actually decide on this shooting angle. You can see my face clearly and I could still enjoy certain bit of f1.4 background blur. So let me try to demonstrate how good is this background blur. So it's going to be quite blurry, right? This lens also has the 9-blade aperture design, so we can produce smooth and circular bokeh. Alright guys, so out of the box of the YongNuo lens, you also get this 2.4 GHz wireless module, which came for free when you purchase these lenses. This thing is actually plastic built. It has Type-C charging port, and you got an A button, B button, and also your function button on the side. You can connect to the lens, which in turn connect to your camera, and you can also use this wireless module to start and stop recording. Background blur difference on this 23mm lens. So now it is on f1.4. So let's change it to f2. This is f2. f2.8. Yep, if you're wondering, I'm in aperture priority mode and I control my aperture change using the wireless module. f4, f1.4, see now I'm in manual focus mode and I can adjust the focus within this wireless module. Focus on me, focus on the background, focus on my face already. So press point A, and let's focus to the back, put it as point B. So now I'm on point A, which is my face. Now let's get back to point B. You can see point B is the window there. So I can adjust the speed here. Get back to me first. I can actually adjust the speed by lowering this. And there will be a progress bar to see how slow is the speed. Now if I get to point B, it will be a slow shift of focus to the back of the window. Now let's get back to me. Yes, it is very gradual, very smooth transition of focus. So if I want it to be fast, just max out the progress bar. Point B, point A. Point B, point A. Press two of the buttons at the same time and you get to reset your focus point. It features shadow and distortion compensation through the camera menu, which means you can reduce the vignetting and also the picture distortion. So let me show you side by side. Both are JPEG with lens compensation turned on and lens compensation turned off. So this lens has a focal length of 23mm, equivalent to a focal length of 34.5mm in a full frame field of view. The aperture range from f1.4 to f16. The minimum focusing distance of this lens is 0.3 meter. And the filter diameter is 58mm. This lens is portable and tiny, just only 360 grams. Again, why we call this a pro lens? Look at the lens itself, you will know. It has an aperture ring, which is handy to control aperture while you are filming. Then below the lens, there is a declick button. Move on to the left side of the lens, it also features a function button. So by default, it is a focus hole, but you can always customize it in your camera. For example, customize it to be a start stop record button as well. And moving on to the other side, you saw this SW1 to 2. This is actually an AF/MF switch, or you can actually set it as turning on the focus shift via your remote control. It will include a USB Type-C firmware update port. And under the lens, you can find the dustproof and waterproof rubber ring. So what is the price of this thing? I would say quite competitively priced. It is at $260.98. You can find it on the YongNuo website as well. So once you purchase it, it will free you one wireless remote control module, and currently on Amazon it is sold for $276. I would say that this lens is really a budget pro lenses because it is still under $300 and you get to enjoy so many features of the lens. Alright guys, so right now let's do some deep dive into the image quality, some pixel peeping, and some video performance. So this is a portrait photo of a YongNuo lens. As you can see, the face details of my girlfriend is really nice. So as you can see here, this is my face details. Yep, it is clear and sharp. So this is after the edit. I lifted some of the shadows of my face. Yep, you can see the details is really nice. And yep, we can actually do a selfie as well. Some food pictures. So this is a food picture. This is called the truffle chicken leg. Yup, the details are there. Yup, you can see the mushroom and potato. Yup, so this is after the edit. The focus is on this car. And yup, you can see the details is nice. Yep, I would say this lens is really good for street photography. And this is the next photos here. Again, on this big guy here. And also another street photos here, covering a wide coverage. People enjoying themselves in this Shu Umura City Mart. This is a pop-up store from them. And yeah, I believe they are having an event going on, and I think the design is quite cool. And the color is really suit well. So this is before the edit, this is after the edit. So this YongNuo 23mm f1.4 lens, I do think that it is a pro lens. Even though it is not perfect, but it is a very good lens. First of all, it has very good autofocus. You can see it is smooth and the focus breathing is not so significant. The focus is silent and quick. I did not hear any autofocus noise at all. Another thing is that the build quality is top notch. It is metal build and at the same time doesn't feel so heavy as compared to the other brand. And for the picture quality, no questions. I've been using YongNuo lens for quite some while. I also have the 16mm YongNuo lens. The color renditions and the picture clarity is really good. Of course, as I've said, this lens is not perfect. There's still some flaw about these lenses. It doesn't feature image stabilization, but I think that is okay because nowadays we can use the catalyst browse and gyro flow. If you want to capture sharp image, you can just use the higher shutter speed with a low f-stop to capture sharp photos without any shaky photos. When you are shooting wide open, there is still a little bit of chromatic aberration which can be noticed. Yes, you can remove it, so I would not say it is a big problem. And I can definitely understand why this lens is called a pro lens, because it is really feature packed. You get a wireless module, you get AF/MF switch, but aperture ring, declick or click aperture. Once again, if you are interested about this lens, the link is down in the description box below. Feel free to check it out and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.